All right, welcome to Smokey Reacts, and on this one, we are doing some due diligence on a line from a song I heard from one of the songs I did for somebody in South Africa. I believe it's Stogie T, Youngster. Nah. I can't remember who's on the song. I know Stogie's on the record though, but I can't remember who else is on the song. But they had a bar that was about the fees must fall. And I was like, well, what is that? I probably asked. I don't remember what I said, but you guys pointed it out to me. And then somebody told me that I should look into it. So I'm looking into it. I found a video that I believe will give me a overview of everything because apparently it happened years ago. So I don't know about it. Never heard about it. So, hey, we're going to learn a thing today. That's what we're here to do on this one. Thank you to everybody that watched that other video that pointed this out to me. Thank you to anybody that's going to point anything out in this video that they may not cover. I really do appreciate it. So, yeah, let's get in here and let's learn something new today. Thank you for joining me, and hit that like and subscribe, and let's go.
Had already rejected the offer of a 6% cap on fee increases the previous day. The Fees Must Fall campaign mobilized in Cape Town to deliver that message directly to
What?
Higher Education Minister Bladen
Y'all niggas not
Zamande.
playing. What the fuck?
Students came from various campuses inspired and united by the idea that fees must fall. By lunchtime, hundreds of students had gathered outside the gates of Parliament ahead of Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene's midterm budget speech. Inside the National Assembly chamber, Nene's speech was delayed.
This MTBPS process must be postponed.
The EFF tabled a motion to have the midterm budget policy statement postponed. They said the fees crisis was of higher public importance.
The African National Congress rejected this proposal. It rejected on the basis that at all stages, since the start of the crisis, the African National Congress and its ministry and the government have been able to inform itself of exactly what is going on.
I appeal to members that we are allowed to proceed, because if again, in terms of the framework, we lose this process of today of the tabling, it would affect the way in which we have to deal with the budget as it is legislated. Thank you.
The proposal that you make, that we continue listening to the Honorable Minister of Finance presenting his budget today, is a correct one.
There is a protest taking place outside, and South Africans are demanding answers. I believe the best form of an indicator for an answer is that let the ANC minister, who is here to table a budget, respond to the people of South Africa about what allocations he's made in the budget.
Chairperson, it's quite clear that the local government elections of next year has already started. We all know that there's a situation out there where students are unhappy, and we understand that, and it needs to be addressed. But Parliament, as an institution of the Constitution, cannot be blackmailed to change its program nilly-willy because specific parties feel that it's necessary to do so on a specific day.
We are saying that the situation out there is a crisis. And us as public officials can't continue to come and sit and discuss and sit as if business is normal. Business is not normal. Our point of departure must be, let us first address the crisis, the public plight out there, before we can.
Because they seem to just be giving me clips. So they're not really covering exactly, like, didn't nobody give me a layup into the situation. It just started in the middle of all the wild shit that I guess happened at this time. So what I've been able to gather is, I don't know if this is towards the end of a semester and the semester is about to start, or how we say that's a school year. So I don't know if a school year is about to start and they plan to raise the fees for registration and all the other things people have to pay for when they go to school to an amount that would just make it untenable to be able to attend school for a lot of people that are already scraping by to make it to go to school already. Like, that's what it seems like so far. So these people in the red shirt are sticking up for the students and not getting the increase. But then everybody else is just like, my nigga, nothing we could do. And then the lady who's like, well, I need you niggas to work it out. She seems like she's the overseer of all this shit. But she just really, she's the end all be all. The real people that make the decisions are all these people either in the suits or these red shirts. So the red shirts seem to be going against everybody else in the room. And the red shirts represent those people outside setting fires and shit that don't want the increases. Please let me know if I have everything correct at this time.
Can conduct the normal business of Parliament. And that is our proposal. We have made it in formal processes as the EFF, and we are saying it must be given due respect.
Order, honorable members. Thank you very much. Honorable members, let me just address all of you. Can you please take your seats?
Voorzitter, mag ik eerst praten?
Honorable member, can you
Voorzitter,
take
mag
your
ik eerst
seat?
praten alsjeblieft?
Honorable
Mag ik eerst
member,
praten?
can you please take your
Voorzitter, mag
seat?
ik eerst praten alsjeblieft?
Honorable
Daar's 'n
member.
crisis daar buite. Voorzitter, is erger as Marie Antoinette. Daar's massas daar buite. En jy wil hulle ignoreer.
In order for us to proceed,
Is erger as Marie Antoinette. Daar's massas daar buite. En jy wil
Literally because of Cass is dead. If anybody that watches all my shit and they fuck with Cass, then you're gonna know that you guys taught me about that abater word. Isn't that what the word that Cass said? Is he saying something about something being a slaughterhouse or something? But in French, because I also heard Marie Antoinette, and I'm like, oh no, I know her. That's the let them eat cake ass bitch. Which, okay, he might be speaking French. And then he said that abater word. I was like, oh shit.
wil hulle ignoreer.
in order for us to proceed and put this matter to rest, I will ask that the bells are rung for 3 minutes and we vote so that we allow the minister to proceed, depending on the vote.
But House Chair. House Chair.
Can the bells be rung
Chairman
for
of
3
the House,
minutes?
okay.
But the majority of the House went in favor of continuing with the session.
Honorable Chair, on
Honorable
a point of
members,
order.
we now continue
point
with
of
the
order,
proceeding
Chair.
of the House.
Chair, on a point
I'll
of
now
order.
ask the secretary to read the first and
I'm rising
second
on a point
orders
of
of
order,
the day.
I'm rising on a point of order.
Medium term budget
Chair, I'm rising on a
policy
point of
statement.
order.
Honorable Minister of Finance.
This shit looks so crazy to me because I'm like, this at a certain point does not happen in America. We have a filibuster. That shit does happen. But just like niggas shouting each other down, like we haven't gotten there yet. Like we don't allow niggas to quite do that. Like you shout a nigga down outside. You might even be able to yell at a nigga while he's talking. But like this shit where he's just like, I'm not gonna shut up. Like I've not seen that on our side yet.
Rising on a point of order, Chair.
Appropriation bill.
Chair, I'm rising on a point of order.
No, order. Chairperson, order.
Honorable Speaker, Mr. President, Cabinet colleagues and Deputy Ministers, Governor of the Reserve Bank, MECs
point of
for
order, Chair.
Finance, Honorable members, fellow South Africans.
On a point of order, Chair.
Honorable Maxine, can you
Honorable
please
Chair,
take
I
your
want to
seat?
start
I'm rising
by-
on a point of order, Rule 17.
Minister of Finance, continue.
Chair,
Chair,
There's a point of order on the table.
Chair.
The minister must sit down and then we'll raise
I
the point
want
of
to
order.
start, Honorable Chair, by tabling
No,
the medium-term budget
Chair,
policy statement,
The
the
minister must
adjusted
sit down.
estimates of national expenditure,
There's a point of order on the
Adjusted
table.
Appropriation Bill and the Division of Revenue Amendment Bill for
Fees must fall.
2015,
Fees must fall.
2016.
Fees must fall. 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 Fees
Order,
must
honorable
fall.
members.
Fees must fall.
Given
There is no
the
order coming from
disturbance
you.
in the
Fees
House,
must
honorable
fall.
Minister, can you take your
Fees
seat?
must fall. Fees must fall.
Can I please ask?
That's so crazy. The abject apathy I just see from all these other people. This nigga over here laughing, and he laughing with his boy. This is crazy. Oh my god. Damn. This is crazy. Them niggas said, we ain't shutting up. Fees must fall, bitch.
Members of the EFF to please take your seats.
Fees must fall.
I will now ask
Fees
the
must fall.
Sergeant at Arms to
Recognize
come
us
and
first.
ask the members to leave.
Recognize us first. Fees must fall. 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 Hey, hey. Fees must fall. Fees must fall. Fees must fall.
Why that little nigga go over there? Who's this? How does this shit work? Who's this little nigga with this black outfit that walked up trying to talk to people like, come on, my brother, don't do this. Come on, man.
Fees must fall. Fees must fall.
I have given you a further opportunity to comply with the directives of the chair as assisted by the Sergeant at Arms. As this conduct is now interfering with the ability of the House to conduct its business, I now call upon the Parliamentary Protection Services to assist the Sergeant at
Am I wrong in thinking that this feels crooked in what I'm saying? The railroading of whatever thing they don't want to have or deal with by just trying to brush past it. And now they're trying to kick out the people that, if we were to be following the rules, apparently, they were supposed to table something because somebody said there was a point of order. So whatever point of order that they wanted to address has to be addressed before that other guy came up there, the finance minister, and was like, yeah, I want to say something. Before that's allowed, she needed to acknowledge whatever point of order the red shirts had. And because she's not doing this, and now she's trying to kick them niggas out and just ignore them like they didn't have a point of order prior, and they had two of them technically at this point. Am I tripping and thinking this is crooked? I'm not tripping. This doesn't feel right. This don't feel right.
to remove the members from the chamber so that the House can proceed with its business.
Fees must fall. 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 Fees must fall.
Take this one. Take.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to that nigga right there. Man, get your goddamn hand off me, nigga. What?
Outside, the demand to be heard by Nzimande was growing louder and louder. No one had come to address the students yet. It was at the Slave Lodge entrance that the gates of Parliament was forced open and
What?
it was at the Slave Lodge entrance
That place is still called the Slave Lodge entrance? What is going on in South Africa? What in the fuck? Shit. These motherfuckers is acting up. Now I see why Stogie T was talking to that nigga Nestle the way he was talking in that third round. God damn. This is like, what?
that the gates of Parliament was forced open, allowing in student protesters. A first in South Africa's history, both before and after democracy. The vast
When she says before and after democracy, when does democracy start in South Africa? Is that after the apartheid? Is this how white media talks about the apartheid ending? Is before and after democracy? Is that the way we talk about it in a nice way? Because if so, that's trash as fuck. Bitch, you better say that shit.
vastly outnumbered police could not prevent them from entering a national key point. Holding their hands up in the air, students attempted to demonstrate that they had come to protest peacefully.
That don't matter.
Chanting, "We want Blade," they made their way to the steps of the National Assembly.
It's heating up now.
From this entrance, Minister Nzimande and other MPs were just meters away inside.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Debate around its impact, and the ETI will be carefully called on your cabinet.
Meanwhile, the EFF had been removed from the chamber by Parliament's Protection Service.
This mix in the audio, is this normal? Is this how you guys normally have audio sent to you guys in your homes, where the reporter will come in on one side and then they'll fade down lower on the other side? Like right now, so like she comes in on the left, but on my right side, they fade down the guy actually speaking. So I can kind of hear him on this side, but his audio doesn't project loudly. And it's always like a ping pong back and forth. Is this traditional over there? Is this how you guys get audio? Because if so, that is mad. That is crazy.
And Minister Nene continued with his speech.
Education and skills development account for the largest share of spending. Health services, social protection, infrastructure investment, and support for job creation are also prioritized. Honorable members, we have been reminded this past week of the challenges of financing the expansion of further education and university opportunities. It needs to be said that disruption of learning is not constructive, neither is disruption of parliament. But Minister Nzimande has rightly indicated the need to strengthen student financing further and to find solutions where current arrangements are inadequate. And government is seized with this matter.
Ooh.
Riot police was seized with the matter outside. Using stun grenades, they forced the crowd to move back towards the precinct gates.
This is very simple. We have tried to be peaceful as possible. All we are expecting now is for the minister to come and address us. And then we're going to leave and go home. But if he doesn't want to come and address us, we're going to stay here until he comes. We're not here to be violent. We're here because we want the government to talk to us. That's all we want. Yes, we're asking why the rest of the sit here. Come and sit here. We're going to sit here. You violence. Sit here. All we want is to go and talk to the minister. He must come and address us. That's what we want. Parliament want the minister to come and address us. He doesn't want to listen to us. The minister must come and address us. That's what we want. And then we go home. We want the minister to come and address us, and then we go home. Why are we violent? Why is it violent? This thing is stupid. Africa, we better
I'm sorry. To hear, at least in my country, a buzzword that is not, it gets watered down and thrown around in just the most random places. But in a place where I'm like, no, like that is a place truly like recently, like not saying that shit does not exist in America, because it totally fucking does. But like they'll just use that shit up for anything. For anything. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh man, she's my nigga with the white privilege. Nigga said decide, boy.
At the main entrance behind the Louis Botha statue, the situation continued to escalate.
What do you think? You're causing hysteria. She doesn't even... people move away from me. Move away. Yes, sir. Please call an ambulance. Please call an ambulance. Please are hurt now. Listen, how can you...
No! Don't do that! Don't!
What the fuck? What the fuck? They had to jump that nigga.
On the other side, next to the National Council of Provinces, riot police continued to push the crowd back to the Slave Lodge entrance.
Jesus Christ, this name, what the fuck?
Just give space. We don't want this to turn violent. It's already violent. Just keep it.
Uh-oh. Is that what the spark? Is that the spark?
Ask for your name to the police officer. Oh no, what the hell? What do you mean? Look at that. Officer, Lucas knocks a stun grenade on sitting students. Look at that. I haven't done anything. You know.
Man, they taking my nigga to jail. That nigga right here in the middle, he got the most I wish a nigga would face. Like, I wish one of you motherfuckers right now. Tore my nigga's shit. Nigga don't even got no shoes no
Though the
more.
precinct had been cleared of protesters, students remained stationed outside the various gates of Parliament. They were adamant that Nzimande address them.
I hereby, again, as I had said at the beginning, table
The orders of the day
consideration by this
inside the
House,
National
the
Assembly were
medium-term
now
budget
wrapping up.
policy statement, the adjusted estimates of national expenditure, the adjusted appropriation bill, and the division of revenue amendment bill. Thank you very much. These are the documents.
Thank you very much, Minister. Honorable members, Honorable Maimana would take your point of order now, but can I just make an announcement? Can I make an announcement before you, and then I'll allow you to speak? Thank you for your consideration. Honorable members, we request that when you leave the chamber, you make use of the side entrances. We are also requesting you to please proceed to your offices, as there are still people around the precinct. Honorable members, order, honorable members, who are trying to gain access to the precinct. So we're asking members to be in their offices until they are advised that they can leave safely. Order, honorable members. Honorable Maimane.
Thanks, Chairperson. I think noting the reality of what's taking place outside, which is the point that you've made, can I request, in fact, that the Minister of Higher Education and the President to please go address the students, because this requires leadership. And if we fail to do that, there'll be an even bigger crisis on our hands. Can I request that that be so? Please, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Maimane. Can you take your seat?
They're not gonna do it though.
Thank you. Order, honorable members. Order. Honorable members, thank you very much. I've noted your request, Honorable Maimane, but I'm sure it would be made appropriately to the relevant people you are advising that they undertake a particular action. Honorable members, I would like to thank you for your consideration given the incident that happened earlier in the House, and I would most likely to thank the members of the public who are in the gallery, and in particular some of our young guests, the students who were here for all the time, for their discipline and patience. This concludes the debate and the end of the House. The House is adjourned.
What in the fuck?
Nzimande, accompanied by the Ministers of Police and State Security, attempted to address the crowd. But for some protesters, he came too late. The crowd drowned out the minister's voice.
What's this? What's this mean? Because this is okay in America. Like, that's nice. That's nice. Like, you do a good job on something in America, somebody goes like this. Now, if they say, we'll use actual words to say whatever this is not supposed to mean, okay. But traditionally, you do this to somebody in America, that means thumbs up. Yeah, they've done a good job. So to see that symbol be used against somebody else in a tumultuous time, I'm like, that doesn't seem like that doesn't mean the same thing as over here, I don't think. Or are they telling them like, it's all right, my nigga, you know you ain't, like, you tried.
Voice. In the next 48 hours, the Fees Must Fall campaign would make history again, taking their demands from the national legislature all the way up to the symbol of executive power, the union buildings, where they would achieve what they call a partial victory of a 0% increase for 2016 in their ongoing quest for free higher education and an end to outsourcing at universities.
What do they mean by outsourcing? What are they outsourcing? The staffing, so like your professors and stuff, are normally foreigners or something instead of natives? I don't know.
Leslie Philander, SABC News, Parliament.
Been a while. That's crazy. That's crazy. This was interesting. I had no idea this had even happened. That's what's up. I'm glad they secured that young victory, though. They got them fees to fall. Well, they didn't fall, but the fee increase did fall. That shit did not go in, at least that year. I don't know if they've raised them since then, because apparently this is 2016. But shout out to them niggas. I hope my nigga was all right with the green polo, too, man. That nigga ain't do nothing. They was hemming my nigga up. I was just out there dropping them little concussion grenades. That shit's so crazy. Oh, wow. Shit, it's wild. It's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, shout out to the homie I was talking to in the comment section. Thank you for telling me to check this out. This was actually really eye-opening. This is dope to see. Well, to learn, not to see, because I don't like to see shit like this. This means the shit's not going right, and people are just literally trying to better themselves to then get squeezed. I'm like, I don't know why people are having to pay for school. It's literally stupid. You want me to go get a good ass education so I can then go make good ass money so I can go help in society. How about you let me go get that good ass education for free so I can instantly contribute and I'd be making good ass money and I'm not now behind the 8 ball. It just seems to financially be a lot better for everybody. But you know, some fucking predatory cunts out here running things, so we have the systems we have. But yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you for joining me. If you've seen this and you got all the way through to the end, thank you very much, because I really checked this out because the homie told me I need to learn a thing, and I'm glad I learned a thing. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here.